Hey guys, once again, welcome. Alright, so in this video, like all of our videos so far, I've been modding our 2019 Tundra TRD Pro. So we did two mods. Don't know if I can recommend both, but definitely one of them. So in this one, we did the front,
Sway bar.
yeah, the front and the rear, both the TRD, the red TRD sway bars. All right, so we drove it around yesterday, today, and the day before that. So initially we only did the back one. The back one, I guess I did it kind of sort of because a buddy of mine did it, and I thought, well, I don't know, why not? And like when I got in this truck, maybe because it was my first new truck, but the deal is when I got in it, it didn't handle like a car. It handled more like a boat. A boat would be a good example. You turn left and the boat kind of like wallows to the right and before it goes to the left. So to stop some of that, I installed the rear first. That helped a little bit, but the biggest jump was when I did the front. That almost completely took it out. It feels more like sedan-like than truck-like. I mean, that would be.
You might say the TRD Pro already has a sway bar, but if you'll see in the video, there's a big difference between the two sway bars. It already has one.
Yeah. So how much heavier would you say the front one was?
At least 3-4 times.
3-4 times heavier.
I could barely pick it up. The other one I could pick it up with my left hand. And that's that.
Yeah. The front one is just a solid bar of steel instead of a tube of steel. All right, so the back one, it came in a kit. Everything, the original truck had nothing. So it just basically super simple. All the bolts, everything that we talk about, we're going to put it in the description down below, so you can look on it. We bought them on Amazon. You can probably pick the part numbers off of that and see if you can find it cheaper somewhere else. I didn't. I know Spark Parts has it too, but it's the same price, and plus they charge for shipping. Yeah, so the rear one was quite simple. It was just removing a couple of the bolts. He did most of the work. The only catch on the rear was on the TRD Pro. It has an extra line, or they placed the line in a weird area. So all we did there, we just took it out. We ended up cutting it and reshaping it, painting it, and installing it back in. All right, the front one. If there is just one that I would recommend just doing the front. The front, it'll come just the bar by itself. There's no other parts. Everything else that you take off the truck, you put back in there. Basically, it's just nothing. It just comes, just the bar comes in. And the only thing you attach is the rubber bushings and the clamp. This one it was fast. The hardest part about the whole thing was removing and realigning the skid plate, the TRD Pro skid plate. That one had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bolts and one Allen head. The center Allen head kind of keeps it all kind of sort of, by what I've gathered, aligned. And you don't have to remove the bolt all the way out. There's catches in there. So once they're loose, kind of loosen them all as you go around. And I didn't do that. Yeah, so it make it a lot easier because it's the bolts themselves have little capture washers, I guess you call them. I don't know. So you don't have to take them all the way out. But that was the hardest part, is realigning it back on and putting it on. That one took 45 minutes. And if you're going to do just one thing, yet again, is I would do just the front. That made the biggest difference. I mean, it was the back, I would say maybe took out 20% of the sway, and then the front took out maybe 60. So the car, like I said, again, here we go, repeating, is it rides very much more like a sedan instead of a wallowing truck with nothing to keep it from swaying. One other thing, the only negative is maybe the truck now feels a little bit more jittery, but I'm not sure. Would you say it's more jittery?
No. Maybe a smidge, but not.
Maybe, yeah,
Doesn't it?
maybe just a little bit more jittery because it makes it more front to back, not left to right, just up and down as it actuates through the suspension. Maybe. So I'm gonna run it like that for a while, and I'll come up with a here in another month or two or 3 or 4 is another review of all the things that we've done to it and see how they hold up. But for now, yeah, till next time. All right, put your back into it.
Okay.